Okay. Okay, Miguel. As discussed, what we're going to do is we're going to conduct a recorded discussion based on organisation governance. Okay, so it's mainly going to be managing people criteria. Okay, are you happy for us to start the Q&A?
Yes.
You are. Okay, mate, excellent. Okay, so my first question, Miguel, will be, what's your understanding of performance techniques or performance management techniques? How do you manage the performance of your staff? If you could just explain a little bit about what you might do for that and why.
Yeah, sure. So to manage performance of the team, we usually have one-to-ones that we can
Okay.
do to speak to them. To those one-to-ones can serve to give feedback on their work.
Yeah.
Speak to them about how their progress is going.
Yeah.
If there's any kind of improvement or any kind of training or refresher that
Okay.
might need to be done.
Yeah.
Also, we have the appraisals that we can do for
Okay.
when performance is good. We'll let them know, and we also have like a training sheet refresher that we can manage and monitor the progress, and also see if at any point they're lacking in a specific area that we can
Okay.
further looking into that. So that's pretty good to have those.
Okay. Okay, so you use two different techniques or two different ways of kind of managing performance. Generally, you'll probably do it day to day as well. You know,
Yes.
giving advice, etc., passing on knowledge. But in a more formal setting, you can conduct appraisals. You can review performance within one-to-one sessions. So for you, it makes sure that the standards of the individual are set and meeting criteria. But
Yes.
also that will then make the team meet standard as well. Now you mentioned giving them feedback there, Miguel, as well. Can you give me an example of where you might give constructive feedback to somebody?
Yeah, sure. For example, there's times where we might have new people coming in,
Yep.
or a new officer starting with us, or maybe someone that's just covering the shift that hasn't been to our building before.
Yep.
So usually I'll take them around the building just to give them a quick introduction, or even take them around to do patrols and explain to them how to do certain things, and then
Okay.
I'll allow them to do it. So just let them get on with it.
Okay.
And if I see that something is being done not the correct way, I will just pick up on it and then just have a word with them to say, look, you've done a good job here, but there's different ways that we can do it to make it to improve the work, to make the work better. So then I'll just give them that feedback that the job was done well, but we can always improve and just make sure it's done even more correctly.
Okay, excellent. So there's a well-known term for this type of feedback, which we won't say because the sessions are being recorded, but it's a type of sandwich. So you give positive feedback,
Yes.
constructive in the middle, and then finish with positive feedback as well. Okay. Next, Miguel, will be what's your understanding of absence management? So how do you manage absence in the business when staff are away, for example?
Okay, so in regards to absence, for example, we might get a phone call early hours in the morning if I'm working night shift, saying that the staff are not maybe able to make to work for whatever reason, personal or anything of the sort. So there's a process that we try to follow, that we follow all the time. Is first we'll look for in-house cover.
Yeah.
So people that already work with us that are part of the team. We always have people, because of the way the rota works, people are always off on different days, so that helps as well. So
Yeah.
we'll try to find in-house cover first. If that doesn't work for whatever reason, we'll then speak to our area manager,
Yeah.
because some of the buildings that we have that work around us, they might have someone that is looking for shifts or
Yeah.
someone that is available to work. So if we're able to get someone within that time frame, then we'll do that from a different site.
Yeah.
And then one of the other resorts is Manning, is what it's called. Um, we'll give them the information that we need a person for the team, that someone has blown out, they haven't
Yeah.
showed up to work. They have a set list of officers that are available, that are looking for work and that stuff. And they'll get in contact with those officers, and then as soon as they're able to find one, they'll send us an officer straight away to cover that gap. And worst comes to worst, if we can't find anybody,
Yeah.
we will change the rota on the
Okay.
spot to cover the more important gaps, or the more important areas throughout the day, so
Okay. So
those
you
areas don't get left unattended.
okay. So you use prioritization techniques and time management techniques as well. So
Yes.
I know that you guys work off a rotation, so it has particular people in certain areas at certain
Mm,
times. So you
yeah.
still maintain that the needs of the business are covered,
Yeah.
and that's the process that's in place. So firstly, there's a process to try and find cover. If
Hmm.
that doesn't work, there's then a secondary process. So like a contingency plan of how that gets managed.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Okay, my last question, Miguel, will
Hmm.
be what's your understanding of recognizing achievement and recognizing good behavior? How does that work in your business? What do you guys do to recognize achievement and good behavior in your staff?
When recognizing good behavior, me myself, I'm always looking to to give the team good feedback when the job's done correctly, just to let them know that
Yeah,
they're not there just for the for the sake of being there. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? I like to recognize when people do good work. Me personally, every time my team is doing good, I do recognize it. I send emails out
yeah. Okay,
to clients and my manager, um, citing the team that they've done a very good job, that they coped with the stress, the workload,
yeah,
and that kind of stuff. We also have a officer of the quarter.
okay,
So we plan. Um, we have like a progress sheet that we keep up with. That
yeah,
someone that's been doing really well, we give them like a little award. We give some gift cards
okay.
something of the sort. Just
So
sometimes it might not sound like much, but
so
um, it's
there's
still
rewards and
something. Yes, sir.
there's rewards and incentives put into place
Yeah,
for good achievement as well.
yeah, of course.
Okay, brilliant.
It's like I myself, when I've done when I've been on my A game, I received um, compliments as well. We try to give compliments as much as possible when
Yeah,
the job is being done correctly. Um, there's a few times where the team has done really well, where to show them some sort of appreciation as well. We've ordered food for everybody,
Okay, perfect.
Give them. I don't. It doesn't sound much, but they do appreciate a bit
No,
of recognition as
of
well.
course, so they can be more formal kinds of achievement recognition in
Yes.
reward schemes to employ the quarter. I know your site got given like a security reward recently as well.
Yes.
They can
We'll
be
give.
rewards, so they can be rewards of different kinds, but also they can be, acknowledging and recognizing good behaviour and feedback by merely, giving a verbal, well done or pat on the back, or
Yeah.
by asking your line manager, the team's done really well with this. Can we get some pizzas in for lunch or whatever that might be? And that means a lot to the team because it
Oh yeah,
means
of
that
course.
their efforts are being recognised.
Yeah, as like you mentioned about the reward as well. We got given the reward for the best managed site in the UK.
Yeah,
So
brilliant.
it's actually quite a big thing.
Yeah, of
So
course.
to know that we're doing a very good job to actually get recognized, yeah, it's pretty good.
Excellent. Okay, Miguel, I think that's all the questions that we need. So I'm going to stop the recording for us now. Okay, mate,
Mhm. Okay,
and then we'll carry on with the session.
no problem.